Our next speaker is Farzan Ahmad, District 6 Deputy Director. As we all probably know, I wish I didn't have this piece of the presentation this year, but we lost a member of the ODOT team in District 6, Lee Rizor, and Farzan has a few words to say to that. So, Farzan.
Good afternoon. Our worst fears were realized on April 22nd of this year. Like every other day, we had a couple of young men from Delaware County. One was called Lee Rizor and the other was called Stuart Squires. They were buddies, good friends. Started their work at ODOT together five and a half years ago. Did something that a lot of you do every day. Went out on the roads and worked on our highways, keeping our highways in good working order, keeping Ohioans safe, representing us, showing the world the best of what we have to offer. It was a Monday morning, and these two guys, Stuart and Lee, depended on each other. They were good at their jobs. Young men, 27. They relied on their expertise and what they had learned on the job, and they relied on each other. They also relied on people obeying the law, as we all do. But a particular person driving a truck and sleeping on the wheel, in a senseless and tragic moment, Lee Rizor lost his life. All of us know that our people put their lives on the line every day in the pursuit of public service, in the pursuit of doing our jobs and carrying out our mission. How often do we think about the real meaning of putting our lives on the line? How often do we think about the ultimate sacrifice or the ultimate outcome of putting your life on the line? I didn't expect it. No one in this room expected it. There have been people here who've been around for 30 years or more in ODOT who didn't expect it. We know it. We think about it. But on April 22nd, it happened to us. This is not something anyone in ODOT District 6, this is not something anyone in ODOT is going to ever forget. April 22nd, to us, I mean this in no way to reduce what 9/11 means to us, but for us in District 6, April 22nd has almost the same significance, and for good reason. And I think the rest of you will understand that. In paying a tribute to Lee Rizor, we thought about the fact that he was a very young man, only 27 years old. I was 28 when I came to ODOT, so I think of him as an extremely young man. I think he was just ready to start his life. I think he had just lived enough to learn and move on and raise his family. Not to be. Apart from your family, the people who know you best are your friends and your coworkers, because we spend so much time with them. We spend most of our living hours with our coworkers, and we form relationships and friendships. And they know you quite well. And we're going to play a video for you in just a second, and these are thoughts from Lee Rizor's coworkers and his friends. A lot of you knew him, so it will come as no surprise to you, but many of you don't know him. And as you listen to the video, as you hear his friends talk about him, you're going to learn a few things. You're going to learn about a man who enjoyed his life, who enjoyed his friends, and who really enjoyed his work. God could have granted him more time on this earth, but those things are beyond us. I'd like you to pay attention to the screen, and for the next few minutes, look at this. This is a tribute to the life of Lee Rizor.
The thing I miss most about Lee is hearing his distinctive laugh carried throughout the garage. Whenever it was morning or afternoon, Lee was always cutting up, making someone laugh, and obviously laughing at himself. This winter, I'll definitely miss looking to my left and not seeing my comic partner flying up the middle of 71 throwing snow.
One thing about Lee is, I was just thinking this last week, as just before the Ohio State and Michigan were going to start their season, how much he would come in and I'd see him looking in the door at me, and I knew I was about to hear it about Ohio, and I would have to bring up how good Michigan was and how much better, and he'd have to pull out his phone and bring up facts to try to prove me wrong, but usually he was wrong, and he'd have to admit I was right. But he did respect me about football, because there was times that he came to me when he had coached Little League football, and I showed him some blocking schemes, and also I showed him some plays, which he liked, because they were actually old Woody Hayes plays that we do still today. So he enjoyed that fact. The fact that he would jump in and do whatever job we were doing, and he loved his Husqvarna chainsaw. That was, I think he was Paul Bunyan or something. It was the biggest saw, and he always wanted to use that regardless of how small the tree was.
I believe one of the things that I remember about Lee most is probably arguing about which boys were the fastest in the morning on our breaks. And then plowing snow with him and trying to keep up. He's a young man with a lot of stamina. Good work.
Just wanted to say a little thing about Lee Rizor. I had the chance to work with him for many years, and he was pretty feisty, but the biggest thing that I think I'm going to remember was music. He always listened to 99.7 The Blitz, but I would always comment to him that he was really good for his age. I always said he was really good about knowing music. Back in my time, back in the 70s and 80s, he could name a song. If he couldn't name it, he'd look it up. But he was really good with his music, and I'd always make comments to him about that. And just other than picking on me, you know, other than that, he was a good worker, and he'll be missed.
The thing I remember most about Lee is we always talked about our kids and how they were growing up so fast, and how we always felt like old men even though we were in our late 20s. Always joking aside, we always talked about these little trucks. Everybody knows Lee was a big Duramax Chevy guy, and I've always been a Dodge Cummins guy, so I always told him that the Dodge was always going out for the Chevy no matter what. That was just a little joke between me and him.
I only worked with Lee a short while, but what I knew, I think he was an excellent worker. He was a Ohio State fan beyond belief. He always picked on the guys that liked Michigan. He liked cutting trees more than anything else, I think, because he always liked to use the Husqvarna chainsaw, the biggest saw they had. He always liked to keep his truck clean. Never had any problem getting in on overtime. And he always knew his route and what he had to do.
Me and Lee were having the same day. It was an awful day for us. We all looked at each other as strangers and grew to become really close friends. Some of my favorite memories of Lee is our snow and ice days, 851, 515. Everybody on the ODOT radio remembers our conversations when we were taking the lane, taking out the hill. And I can't deny flying with Lee was always an adventure. I really miss my buddy, worked with me, games we played, and everything's different.